Good day, everyone. Our lesson for today is all about special right triangles 45, 45, 90, and 30, 60, 90. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and share this video to your classmates and friends, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Also, you can find different subjects in this YouTube channel. Just select the playlist section. And finally, please do not skip the ads in this video. Thank you. And now let's proceed to our main topic for today, which is all about the special right triangles. 45, 45, 90 triangles. Special right triangle. So this is a square, and when we put a diagonal line sa square, so magkakaroon tayo ng two triangles, right? Um, this triangle, pag kinat mo siya in a diagonal, magkakaroon tayo ng angle bisector that cuts this right angle into two equally divided angles like 45 and 45. So this is also 45 and 45. So yung isa, yung nandito is 90. So this is 90 and this is 90. Okay. For to get the diagonal, the measurement of this diagonal, so this is x, so therefore yung kabila x din, no? And then this also x. So to determine the measurement of this diagonal, we have this triangle na nabuo using this diagonal line, and it has sides x and x. So we will get the squared of those x. So we have x squared plus x squared. And let's say that d is the hypotenuse, so this is d squared. Then, simplify natin siya. We have x squared plus x squared, that's 2x squared. And then, get the square root of both sides. So, pwede na natin makancel yung squared ng d. So, we can cancel this and then cancel that. Here, square root of 2 is equal to the square root of 2. And the square root of x squared is equal to x. So, ang magiging answer natin is d is equal to x square root of 2. So, yun yung measurement ng ating diagonal line here. So, three sides lengths are x, x, and x square root of 2. What did we learn about ratios of sides? Ratio of a 45, 45, 90 triangle is 1 is to 1 is the square root of 2. So let's say x is equal to 1, therefore we have 1, 1, and then our answer is 1 square root of 2, or just simply square root of 2. Ito yung ratio ng 45, 45, 90 degrees. Theorem 8.6. In a 45, 45, 90 triangle, the length of the hypotenuse is the square root of 2 times the length of the leg. So we have, let's say, n for the legs. Okay, so we have n, and then n square root of 2. Find the missing side. So let's say this is our triangles. So for this one, this is 45. So obviously, this is an isosceles triangle. So the two sides are equal. So hindi natin alam kung ano ang measurement, kasi kung ano ang measurement dito, ganun din ang measurement nitong side na to. And obviously, this is 45 because they are equal, right? Kasi equal sila. The opposite of 45, the length nung opposite ng 45 degrees is equal to the length of the opposite of the 45 degrees. So this is obviously a 90 degrees, a total of 180 degrees sa loob ng triangle. Now we will find what is this. Remember that this is 6 square root of 2, and it came from the idea that n square root of 2. Tama ba ako? Ito yan. Therefore, yung n ito, at the same time, n din to. So, ano yung n? And that is equal to 6. Kukunin lang natin yung 6 dito, which is the n. So, n and n. Did you get it? Okay, another. We're looking for ACM given the, what do you call this, the hypotenuse. So we're looking for the sides of the opposite angle 45 degrees and 45 degrees. So we're looking for A. And this A is the n, right? N yung mga yan. So we need to get the n of this. Ano ang n nito? Okay? So just simply get the square root. Ay, hindi. Uh, First, we need to, para makuha yung n nito, okay, i-simplify muna natin yung ating given. So let's try this. So let's have 8 equals n square root of 2. Tama ba? Diba naka-square root kanina yan? Ay, ito, base siya dito. This is the diagonal, right? So, after that, I think we can multiply all of this by squared. Pwede naman, squared natin both sides para maalis yung square root sign. So, we have 64, okay, equals n times squared is n squared, right? That's n squared. And then, square root of 2 squared, so we can cancel. Matitira is 2. You get it? Then, divide both sides by 2. Pwede natin divide both sides by 2. So, 64 divided 2 is 32, right? 32 ba? 32. Tama. Equals n squared. Matitira is n squared. And, to get the n, yung n lang kailangan natin kasi dito yung n, di ba? N lang. So, square root natin both sides para makancel si squared. So, we can cancel this. So, that's equal to n. But the problem is, what is the square root of 32? So, we need to think two factors of 32, one perfect square, tsaka one not perfect square. As I think about the two factors of 32, ang naiisip ko is 16 times 2. Ay, tama ba? 16 times 2 is 32. Tama, no? And what is the square root of 16? That is 4. And what is the square root of 2? That's square root of 2. Tama? Equals n. So therefore, n is equal to 4 square root of 2. Okay? So let's see if I'm correct. Correct. So we have a equals 4 square root of 2 centimeter. So that's the value of n. And the hypotenuse is 8. Did you get it? Alright, now let's have this 30, 60, and 90 triangles, which is obviously an isocline triangle. Consider an equilateral. This is an equilateral. And it is being cut by an angle bisector, the right triangle theorem. So we have 60, 60, and 30. And this one, okay, has a side of 2x. Mayroon siyang 2x. And then, meron siyang x. So, ano yung opposite ng 60? Ano kaya ang measurement dito? And that is A. Now, to determine the measurement of this one, itong 60, we will use A squared equals the formula for getting the side of the triangle, which is the Pythagorean theorem. So we have 2x squared minus x squared. So we get the squared ng 2x. So kinuha natin to at saka ito. No? Ito lang yung focus natin kasi kinat natin yung equilateral into two equal triangles. So we have this one. Then um, 2x squared is 4x squared and minus x squared. So we have this one. And then subtract the 2, we have 3x squared, diba? 4 minus 1 is 3x squared. Then squared both sides. Okay, para makuha natin yung a. Therefore, a is equal to x because the square root of 3 is square root of 3 and square root of x squared is x. So we have a is equal to x square root of 3. Yun yung value ni a. So therefore, we have the three sides length. We have x for the opposite of 30 degrees, 2x for the opposite of 90 degrees, and x squared root of 3 for the opposite of the 60 degrees. So ratio of these sides of the 30, 60, and 90 is, let's say x is equal to 1. So we have 1 for x. Then 2 times 1 is 2. And 1 times square root of 3 is the square root of 3. So we have 1 for 30 degrees. 60 is the square root of 3. And 90 is 2. Ito yung mga opposite nila. Measurement of their sides. Now, in theorem 8.7, okay, so the length in 30, 60, and 90 triangle, the length of the hypotenuse is twice the length of the shorter leg. And the length of the longer leg is square root of 3 times the length of the shorter leg. So as you can see, it has an n. So sa 30 degrees n siya, sa 90 degrees 2n, and sa 60 degrees n square root of 3. So find the missing sides here. We're looking for the missing sides here. That we have 60, 30, and obviously 90 for the perpendicular lines here. So 90 n. Let's say that the opposite of 30 is 5. So that's the n. So this is equivalent to n. So this is n equals 5. Tapos, ang ating, okay, sorry. So we're looking for the 90. So for 90, since meron tayong 2n, so that is 2n equals, what's n? 5. So we have 2 times 5. So you will get 10. So therefore, 90 is equal to 10. Right? How about 60? So we have n square root of 3. So that's our n is 5. So that's 5 square root of 3. Okay. Another here, we on the 30 degrees we have 4 square root of 3 over 3. That's for the n. So this is the value of n. Okay. So we will look now for the value of, let's say, 90 first. So that's 2. So we will multiply this 4 square root of 3 over 3 into 2. That's equal to 8. Tama? Square root of 3 over 3. So we have 8 square root of 3 over 3. And finally, for the this one, we have 4 square root of 3 over 3 times square root of 3. And you will have 4. Got it? Ano naging 4 yon? So let's solve. Our formula for 60 degrees, the side for the 60 degrees is n square root of 3. Ang n natin is given is 4 square root of 3 over 3. So that's equal to 4 square root of 3, okay, over 3. Then, this is n. Ito, n yan. Multiply to square root of 3. So, i-multiply natin siya sa square root of 3. Can you follow? Okay. As you all know, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. Right? So, we have 3 as our answer. So, we have 4. Then, 3. Kasi kinancel na natin ito. Because 3 times 3 is 9. What is square root of 9? That's 3. So, 3 over 3. Then, since meron tayong parehong number sa numerator and denominator, we can cancel this because that's equal to 1. Therefore, matitira yung 4. Therefore, the value of the opposite of angle Q, which is 60 degrees, is equal to 4. Yun ang value niya. Okay? Refer to this figure, x and y. So let's solve for the x and the y given our um, this one is 32, right? So this is equal to 2n. So what do you think now is 30? 30 is equal to n, right? So to get the n, what are we going to do with this 32? So let's write. So we have 32 equals 2n. Okay? Then divide both sides by 2. So therefore, n is equal to 16. Correct. Alright? So if n is equal to 16 and the opposite of 60 degrees is y, which is n square root of 3, tama ba? So therefore, this n also is 16 square root of 3. So let's see. So we have, that's it. So we have n equals, or x equals 16, which is the n, and y is equal to 16 square root of 3. That's the value of n. Ganun lang siya kadali. Okay, so that's how we solve for the special right triangle sides given the 30 by 60 by 90 and 45 by 45 by 90. So that's all about with special right triangles. I hope you learned something to our lesson for today. With that, thank you very much for listening.